Hello everyone, it's Martin. Welcome to this new video. And it's been a year now that Chat GPT is available and plenty of other AI as well. And the promise for most of this AI was to help us do more into our business or to do new things. And so in today's video, I wanted to share with you 1 year after what has been the impact of AI on my businesses. What are we doing, how we use AI, but also what we tried and just doesn't work. So let's go. So Midjourney to me is a complete game changer. That's the AI that had the most impact on my business. And personally, I use it absolutely all the time, whether it's for the background of my videos, or it's for my YouTube thumbnails, or for images for my website, or for blog articles, etc. etc. There's always a reason to use Midjourney. We need to create so much images every day right now. And if you think about it, like before AI, the only place where we could get good images was either stock footages, but most of the time it was pretty bad images or pretty generic images. Like I've never liked stock footage, I've never really used them, or the only solution was to hire a photographer. But this is a completely different story. First, that's much more expensive, and plus it's also way more difficult. So now, thanks to AI, thanks to tools like Midjourney, we can create as much image as we want. It's super cheap, we can do it anytime we want, we can create images for plenty of different use cases. So to me, once again, that had a huge impact on my business. We use it all the time, and that's really cool. So I use only Midjourney because I've tried other AI like Dall-E, for example, or Stable Diffusion, but I think that Midjourney does the best images. The quality is better, and also it can create more type of images. So yes, to me that's the best one, and that's the one that I use all the time. And so that's why we have created the tools on UnderCover AI to create the prompt for Midjourney. So this way it's even easier to create the image. We don't need to think about the prompt. We don't need to learn how to do the prompt. It's all done via UnderCover AI. And so once again, it makes the process of creating images much easier and much faster as well. Then I also like to use the AI inside Photoshop. So it's not good to create an entire image. I think for that, Midjourney is better. But if you have an image and you just want to modify something, like for example, you want to change a window, or there's a little thing somewhere that you don't like and you want to change, then for that, Photoshop AI is very useful and very good. So most of the time what I do is I create the image in Midjourney, I get the prompt from Midjourney in UnderCover AI, and then if there is one little thing that I want to change, then I use Photoshop AI to finish it and to make it perfect. Then from now on, what I would love to have is, first of all, API for Midjourney. So then we can connect Midjourney to other software like UnderCover AI, for example, or Dall-E. And so then it can make our flow so much easier and so much faster as well, create images and use them. So that would be the first thing. And the second thing is I would love to have an AI that can create product image for e-commerce. As we have plenty of online sellers on Dall-E, I would love to have an AI that can help them to create the images for their website or for the creative for the ads. And right now, all the ones that I've tried modified the product too much. What I would like is that we upload, I don't know, pictures or videos of the product, and then it creates some sort of 3D models of our product, and we can put the product into multiple situations with models or not, and we can create as much pictures as we want basically. So again, everything that I tried so far are not super good, but if you know something that you're using and that is good, then please let me know in the comments so then I can try, and we can probably start using that as well. But if it doesn't exist yet, then it would be super cool that it happens soon. Then regarding writing, I think that's very important to separate two things. First of all, the content that we get from the AI and the ability to write, like the grammar, the spelling, and all of these things. To me, and for what I want to do, I think the content is very bad and completely useless. To me, it's way too generic and too simple, but the capability to write is actually very good. So for example, if we ask an AI like Chat GPT, for example, to write us an article about how to do YouTube videos, then the article will be really well written. It will be very perfect in terms of English, grammar, and so on. So the capability to write is great. But in terms of content, your article will be very generic. Your readers are not going to learn anything that will actually very help them. and they can find the same advices and even better if they just go to another website or they just look at more YouTube videos. So in the end, your blog articles is kinda useless for your audience because the content is not good enough. Also, in terms of SEO optimization, we tried to launch a blog under Tech. I was super excited at first. We'll use AI. It will do many things for us. It will be super cool. But in the end, the SEO optimization was also very, very bad. We used Chat GPT for it, and we also used the API from OpenAI. And the AI didn't even know how to write a paragraph of 200 words, for example. It did not even know what is a word. And if we wanted him to use a specific keywords in the text, then also that was not possible. It was not working well. So once again, maybe I don't know the proper AIs for doing that. So if you do know something that works well, then definitely let me know in the comments. But from what I tested, it didn't work well at all. So we gave up on the idea to launch a blog just with AI. But once again, the writing capability of the AI is actually very good. So which means if you provide the content to the AI and you only ask the AI to write the article for you, then that is very good. You will get a very good output. And so that's how we use it. We use that for blog articles. We use that for text on websites. We use that for product description, etc., etc. We just gather the content on our side. We tell the AI, talk about this, include this information, and we only use its capability to write. And at the end, this is really great. So we also use that a lot for podcasts or YouTube videos, for example. We just give the transcript to the AI and then it can do description, it can do titles, it can tell you what are the topics that are discussed, etc., etc. All of this can be done via AI and this is really, really good. Also, I find that the AI are good at summarizing. So if you have a long text or a YouTube videos, for example, and you give the AI the transcript, then it can do a very good summary for you. It can also extract information pretty well. So if you have a question about a long content and you just want one information, you can give the text to the AI and it will answer your question based on that. So that's pretty cool. And it's also very good for translation and for proofreading. So that one is actually very useful for me because when I write, I actually make a lot of mistakes, and especially in French, I make way less mistakes in English, which is fun. But when I write French, I make a lot of mistakes. And so before it was complicated for me to do anything in writing because everything was wrong. So it makes me look bad. And I had to hire, people to correct my text or ask my little sister or things like this to make sure that things were written properly. But right now I can use the AI directly to proofread my text. And so right now I can do so much more stuff in writing. So for this, we created a little tool on UnderCover AI. We just need to input the text and then directly we can get the proofread version. And this is really efficient, very simple. So now I can do blog articles, I can do product description, I can do my YouTube description and all of this by myself without the need of someone else to fill the text because I can use AI to proofread everything for me. Then for writing, I never use Chat GPT personally. I only use the tools that we have on UnderCover AI just because it's so much more efficient. On Chat GPT, you need to remember the prompt all the time and everything, but on UnderCover AI, then we have the tools that we create for one specific use case. So it's faster, it's more efficient. And then if tomorrow we have another idea, or if you have another idea of a tool that we could create, then we can just create these tools and over time we will have more and more tools and the platforms will get better and better. And so it saves us a lot of time with all the things that we have to write. Then for asking the AI about, content ideas, brainstorming ideas, or keyword research, or all of these things related to generate ideas from AI, I think this is very bad. This is completely useless. I've tried it a lot, and every time you get some generic recommendations, some very simple things, because the AI doesn't have access to the trends, doesn't have access to what works now. So the ideas that it gives us are just ideas, and we have no idea if it's a good idea or a bad idea. And so then the process of checking if the idea is good or it's a bad idea is just longer than if we were using other methods to find ideas. So then if you have really zero idea about a topic and you really start from scratch, then maybe the AI can help you to get started somewhere. But in my experience, other classic method of looking for keywords or looking for content ideas are actually way better because it will make just the whole process just so much easier. So for writing code, this one is actually tricky because the AI can write code, like it can write in plenty of languages, and this is really, really cool. But the code that the AI will give you will work 95%. Most of the time, it's not working outside of the box, and even worse, most of the time, it doesn't really integrate with your other code if you put the new code that you generate inside your application or inside your website, for example. So it's good, but it still requires a little bit of work from someone to fix it, to change a few things, so then the code that the AI gave you actually works. So which means if you know nothing about coding, if you know nothing about the coding language that you try to use with AI, then it will be almost impossible to do anything with AI, because you won't understand the code that the AI gives you, and you won't be able to fix it, you won't be able to integrate it into the bigger picture that you have, and plus, even worse, you will actually not understand why it doesn't work, and so you won't learn anything. And so at the end of the day, you will just waste a lot of time. But if you're a developer already, and you know the code, you know how to code, you know the language that you are trying to use, and you understand the code that the AI gives you, and then you will be able to fix it and to change the little things that are required to make it work. So in this case, that's very useful, because it can save you a lot of time and a lot of thinking as well, because the AI can actually write the code for you and give you a first shot at what you want to do. So for example, this one is very useful for me because I know WordPress very well. I know all the coding language that WordPress use very well. So which means when I ask the AI to write me something, then I understand the code, I can change what I need, and at the end I can make something work. But I tried something. I gave my exact process and my exact prompt to some interns that knew very little about WordPress. So they knew how to code, but they didn't know WordPress, and they did not know the coding language used in WordPress. And when they tried to use the AI, once again, the exact same way as me, they just could not get anything done, because they could not understand the code that the AI was giving to them, and they could not change it to make it work perfectly with what we want to do. So if you are in this situation, you don't know how to code, and you would like to use AI to write some code, then I would suggest that first you learn how to code. First, you become a developer without AI, and once you are good and you understand how it works, then you can use AI to make your work faster, to make your work more efficient, and to be able to do more stuff. So AI is not going to replace a developer, at least not for now, but if you're already a developer, that will definitely help you. Then lastly, AI helped me a lot on video editing, because I do the editing of all of my YouTube videos, and one feature that really saves me a lot of time is the text-based editing. So basically you get the transcript of your video, and then you can just modify things in the text, exactly like you would do in Word, for example. So you can just remove entire sections in your text, and it will remove it in the video as well at the exact same time. So this is very efficient when you want to edit your videos, and that helps me a lot. So personally, I use that into Adobe Premiere Pro directly, but I've also spent some time using Descript for doing that. And if you only consider the text-based editing, then I think Descript is much better than Premiere Pro. The application is faster, everything is easier, everything is more direct, so I think Descript is better for that. But Descript can only do text-based editing well, and it's definitely not enough for editing the whole video. We need the animation, the text, and etc. And so I still need Premiere Pro after Descript. And so even if Descript is better for this, I think it's too expensive just for this feature, and it makes the process more complicated as well. So I just use the text-based editing directly into Premiere Pro, and that's much easier this way. Then inside Adobe Premiere, I also use the feature to generate transcript and captions, and this is really good. So it's not perfect, so I still hire someone, freelancers, to fix all the transcript. But now, thanks to AI, I don't need to hire someone to do the transcript or to do the caption from scratch, which was taking a lot of time, and so it costed me more money. But now I can generate the first draft with AI, which is good, almost perfect, and then I give this to a freelancer who just need to fit the transcript, and so it's much faster for them and less expensive for me. So that's it for the different use cases of AI into my own businesses. Let me know in the comments if you have other use cases and how you use AI into your business. That's always cool to see other entrepreneurs using AI and how you do it. Then feel free to check our platform of AI tools, UnderCover AI.xyz. We create tools there to help entrepreneurs and to help us into our business. And if you have ideas also of tools that we can create, definitely feel free to let me know. We always look for great ideas. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to see the next video about AI and entrepreneurship, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.